Because I shaved my legs last night and I moisturizer now.
This is wild, wicked tea bag.
It's actually not a tea bag.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Extra.
Hi.
I'm Frank and this is
Wendy.
And today we are talking about lights on.
Lights off. You prefer the lights on or off?
I actually prefer the lights off, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay.
If we're going to be like dead ass honest, there are some things that I'm still trying to like work through and work on that I'm like, I don't want you to see that right now. But as you get more comfortable with somebody though, it really doesn't matter. You?
I am a bit of an exhibitionist. Yeah, so lights on for me. I want all of the lights.
All of the lights.
I want a big boom and all the production.
A big boom? What are you doing?
Just saying, we talking about lights, so I thought I would just try to tie that back in.
The worst experience I have ever had, let's hope he's not watching,
Shaz.
like a few years ago, it was about to get poopy. And I was like, I'm really not comfortable. And they were like, nah, flick it on. And I was like, flick it off. And like we did that for like a minute. And then I was like, hey, what's going on, big man? Going on me. So obviously he came around to the idea. Obviously. But then eventually, because sometimes, things start off rough and then, because I've never dated someone god awful. He was like, this really, I'm sorry you feel this way, but this is really nothing that you need to worry about. And you're gorgeous in my opinion. And then we did this exercise in front of the mirror and it actually ended up to be really sweet. And we did end up with the lights on. But I still kind of, still prefer the lights off,
The thing is, and I always really try to differentiate and be really specific about saying this. I have insecurities, but I'm not insecure. So it's not that I don't know the things that are wrong. I just...
Not wrong, but
wrong. That I would like to change or that I wish were different.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I don't really study them.
Yeah.
I feel like we at this point, we about to get it on, really and truly.
You really are, man.
Maybe. If you thought that you was coming and it was going to be like a Black China type body, then that's your problem.
Yeah.
Because you've been seeing me. Like
I used to tell people, you must know that when I take off, it's not going to be like they're going to be up here.
Exactly.
I know what you mean.
So I don't really think about it anymore.
This is a very personal episode.
Yeah.
We're going to have to edit this. Just kidding. Whatever. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. And you can message us and let us know how you feel. You prefer the lights on? You prefer the lights off? How do you feel?
Yes, actually. Team
and
lights off or team lights on.
And guys especially, do you guys get that same conversation happening in your head? I don't know how I feel about my belly right now.
Because I know women definitely do. But I never know what is really going on in the heads of men because they behave like the goal is just to get peace. Some of them, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, it's that is their main thing. So I feel like they can't possibly really be thinking about all these things. They only care about one thing.
Especially in that moment.
In that moment.
Where the lights are
exactly
on or off, whatever, the plan is on or off. Which brings us to a brand new segment that we have called Grown Ass Man. And we're going to be asking the guys just the same thing. How do they feel about lights on, lights off? What insecurities they have, if any. And you are going to love these guys. We three kings of glorious night. What is that how it goes?
The song is of Orient R. They're from the Middle East. Okay.
Here I stand, a grown ass man, all by myself, a grown ass man.
Honestly, I don't have any insecurities when it comes to getting naked.
I mean, all right then, come through.
Yeah, I don't think men generally have those types of insecurities about getting naked. When you get naked means something good about to happen, so.
By the time it's time to get naked, it's the game on, so it's insecurity don't be an issue.
initially I was not like this. I was very shy. Just because I couldn't get girls. That's alright. But then as soon as I reached puberty and grandparents and that sort of stuff, it was better. Life was good.
Assure them. Ain't nothing to worry about. Basically, you done imagine her naked several times before that. So you done know all the flaws and everything in your mind already. We there already. They ain't no backing out. There ain't nothing to be insecure about at that point.
You can come back to me with that question.
If you have an idea as to her areas of insecurity, then you could just try to dismiss them and
Remember,
help
these
to
are
build
young days.
her confidence.
Lights on all the time.
Alright.
You want these lights on. I gotta see what's going on.
Yeah. I like looking in the mirror.
What you could do is like, alright, if a girl got like a stomach or some cellulite, just some touching and kissing in those areas to let her know,
You're comfortable.
these are no real drawbacks to the whole situation, I don't like big panties. Big panties is
A turn on.
complete turn off.
The lady should be conscious as to what the guy is interested in and what he prefers, and therefore even downtime should still be sexy.
I disagree.
Downtime is downtime.
Yeah, downtime is downtime. You don't gotta be pretty every day. Girls has got off days. We all know this. But for me, it don't gotta look pretty all the time. Like pretty, like dolled up.
Well,
I don't think guys just look good all the time.
Yeah, but I don't mean dolled up. Even if she got on a shirt, but not on the or whatever, like, but not if you know
can't
the
be popped down.
if you know that the big underwear is the turn off, then burn all of them.
Right. Just keep those for the that time in the month, That's the only time you need them. I don't mind. I understand that women like it. I would rather a more natural look, but I understand what women into. You gotta give women their own little space to do their things too. I don't think makeup is for men anyways. I don't think girls get made up to impress men. I think they do it more to impress other women. Men don't care about that sort of stuff.
I actually just said girl look good though.
But with the makeup and hair is what make a girl look good to you.
Sometimes.
Lots winning for me right now. Trying to convince certain people to get that sorted out.
Interestingly enough, I was having a conversation and it was around whether a girl would feel comfortable wearing to work in this time cornrows, braids, or braided on hair in the nicest of style, like Alicia Keys or whatever, and probably not. And they find that that's like a real turn off. I'm still thinking.
Great story, Shaz.
I think I know your story too.
So I could go for it?
Go ahead.
Right, so me and Terrence went out. I was single at the time. And me and Terrence went to a club. He introduced me to a lady. We ended up back at my place. And I fell asleep while she was and I just remember her like screaming out my name, right? So then I had to call Terrence. Terrence helped me out.
And Terrence came and did what?
Help
me out.
I took the young lady home. That was the help he needed. I just took the young lady home.
That's the help.
Oh.
I don't have any.
Not a fibs nor nothing.
You
never fibs, bro. Fibsing is when a man ejaculates very, very early.
Prematurely, yeah.
Prematurely? I don't like the term prematurely because what is premature in terms of ejaculation?
Time is relative.
Right, but fibsing is a short space of time. Prematurely, I don't agree with that for ejaculation. Premature is before something should happen. You can't ejaculate before you were supposed to ejaculate. You ejaculate when you were supposed to. So there ain't nothing premature about it. So you never fibs? Something you never fibs?
I fibs.
Just have your moments.
I fibs. Can't like on that sort of thing.
Brooker, you first.
For me, I think it's compatibility. Nothing is sure in life, but at some point in time, you look into the distance and you kind of know where you want and where you want for yourself, and you work towards a point where you can say, well, I'm comfortable enough that I can give this a shot, and I want to be there for the rest of my life, and see how it goes.
All right, for me, why I decided to get married, well, firstly, I'm a mess. I'm a very hard person to deal with. So when I found a partner that could really deal with me, that was the first thing. Then the second one was really that she basically makes me a better person, helps me out in almost every aspect of my life. Good with the children, I'm not good with children. She's an accountant, so when I have a lot of work, she can help me with my work. Just, she could cook. That's still important to me. Yeah, she basically was perfect for me. I'm not one to speak on like destiny and stuff like that, but it's almost like she was made for me, to complete me.
So,
I genuinely like somebody that could take me as I am, because I'm a rebel. He's a rebel in terms of like, I don't do the normal things that everybody's do. I just go on party. Well, everybody knows that how he's going out and that sort of stuff, right? So if you take me at my worst, that was a big factor for me. Yeah, just somebody that could deal with my flaws, because there are many. I'm counting instead of minimizing, but just somebody that take me as I am. Too much backstory to go through, but I just like genuine people who like actually care for you. So if I find when I find that person, that is what you're really looking to make that decision to want to be in a relationship.
And already on a
Yeah, that's
relationship.
what I mean. You know what I mean, Terrence.
Here I stand, a grown ass man, all by myself, a grown ass man.
Guess who's back? Back again. I don't know why it's so stuck on this Eminem
this
album
song, we're
today,
not
this
sure.
song, this time. Maybe it was a good time in my life. So we just talked to the guys, as you would have seen, and one, let us know what you thought. Two, check out the cruise. Wendy always has a blast. What did you think, Wendy, about the whole conversation about insecurities? It was a little surprising for us that they had so little insecurities. I don't know if we picked 3 very confident guys, or if they just didn't open up to us as much as we thought. What do you think?
Actually, it did not surprise me.
Okay.
Because as I would have said earlier, I find that women tend to be the ones to really get into their head and like really kind of overthink sex in terms of what we should be looking like, what we should be doing, and that kind of thing. So it didn't really surprise me.
So we both have best friends that are guys. Do you find the conversation with your best friend is quite similar to the responses that you got just now? Or is your best friend an anomaly?
My bestie is a kind of shy guy. So we talk about things very intensely when it comes to sex and body image issues and that kind of thing. He's different than the 3 kings were. And actually, one day we should have our best friends on. We should do a best friend
We
thing.
should,
can do
except that I'd like to muscle mine. For me, it was kind of surprising that they didn't have any insecurities at all, like according to them. Even though they did mention like fibsing and flaws and stuff like that, that I thought they would be insecure about. But maybe it's just the fact that they realize, this is a part of life,
what it
like,
is,
this can happen. And I have met guys like that before. Now I think about it, who are like, look, either come when I come or come when I come back, yeah. Like, it gonna get through here. I'm not trying to make men out to be Neanderthals or anything, but you guys are pretty good at realizing, you know what? Let me just make the best of this situation here, where sex is concerned. I mean,
what stood out for me was what Terrence said, because I identify with that being a very difficult person to deal with. And I feel like that is also what I am looking for,
In a husband?
in a husband, or whatever, somebody who I am the type of person that I like to feel as if I am on a team.
Okay.
So that whole thing about she's also an accountant and she can help with something like work
Yeah.
is something that I think is so like amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm into that whole teamwork thing. And
Do you have a list of qualities you're looking for in your future husband? Because we are list makers. We talk about that all the time. Do you
Probably.
get that serious about it that you have it written down, or is it just in your mind?
It's just in my mind, and I'm flexible about it. Like in
I'm
terms
flexible
of,
too.
but then you just want to turn off the lights. Like I'm so confused. Anyway, like I feel like what are we even talking about? Right, I feel
You
like
see how easy it is to get distracted by my body?
I feel like I don't really have like a physical type per se, but there are definitely certain characteristics, and they have more to do with the ability to be on a team. Like that's I don't know why that is so important to me.
You do
but
have a physical thing that you're into, though. You like cushions.
yes, I know that you love to say that, but I'm not sure that I necessarily agree. But that's fine.
I ain't see no toothpicks on your team.
Just because you didn't see that. Wait. So yeah, like I thought the discussion with the guys was pretty interesting. I learned some things, and I'm glad that because sometimes I feel a little alone in my my rationale and my view of things. So I'm glad that actually Richard said it as well. You know, that whole somebody who accepts and kind of compliments you kind of thing is very important to me.
Yep. Thank you once again, Husani, Richard, and
Terrence,
for coming through on 2 Extra. So, we told you guys before, ask Wendy and Frank at gmail.com to send us your questions. And it's time now. We have someone asking us to describe each other as inanimate objects. So, I'll describe Wendy, and Wendy will describe me. She'll say what the inanimate object is and why. So I would describe Wendy as a pair of land shoes because I feel as though that's something that I always aspired to have. When I was a young girl, I'd be like, when I grow up, I want to get one of these fancy ass pair of land shoes. And she inspires me a lot. And they're always gorgeous and reliable, and they don't fall apart like a pair of, well, let me not call names, but like some shoes that we used to get from Swan Street Well Pier back in the day.
I thought you was going somewhere else.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think about me?
I would say, and I'm not 100% sure if the name that I have in my head is correct. Is it Cracker Jack Box? The one that's got in like the caramel popcorn and you get a prize?
You mean with the nuts in the bottom?
Whatever. That it's like a snack.
So I got nuts in the bottom?
Maybe that's another episode. But I feel like I used to like them a lot. I'm always
used to.
Yeah, well, I don't. Anyway, I feel like I'm always excited to see you or hang out with you, and there's always something interesting in the box, whether it's what you say or whatever, and that is something that I personally don't have a lot of joy, but I find that, you're a very joyous out there sort of person. Y'all been calling me Dre and all kind of things, but that is why we
you have it, Wendy doing feelings on episode 2.
I wouldn't really use the word feelings.
Well, you did something.
Right.
There's also another question. We want to answer both of them today. And someone is asking us, Wendy and Frank, love the show. I wanted to know, why are you two so sexual? I'll let you take that one first, Wendy.
Why am I so sexual? I guess. Okay. I feel like as women, we are trained to kind of keep our sexuality on the low for fear of, can I say slut?
Slut shaming, yeah.
for fear of slut shaming and, you know, how men are going to look at you and all that kind of thing. I don't subscribe to those kinds of archaic. That's your word today, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
To those sort of archaic standards and stereotypes, norms, whatever. I don't find that I am overly sexual. I find that I think that as adults that we should. Okay. I think that as adults that is okay. Like, people have sex. I don't understand why people pretend that they don't have sex. Certain people should pretend that they don't have sex.
Like your parents?
Like your parents. But other than that, like, I don't understand why people act like it's just like this huge deal kind of thing. So I am what I am who I am. It's not put on anything, but it's sex. Like, it happens.
For me, I would say it's my upbringing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like I
Shout
grew
out to
up
Dave.
with the coolest mom ever, and then my cousin had a strip club. It was just like always normal in my house to talk about sex and sexuality and sensuality, and then growing up in a hair salon and sexuality and aging. So that's just me being who I've always been, and sometimes I do try to turn it down a little. I have this joke at work with the guys, like, don't call HR for me, because I know it could be ridiculous. Right. I'm like, oh Lord, I can be somebody eggplant entry.
Sometimes I think about calling HR for you.
Even here on set. But yeah, I think I know how to be a woman for all seasons. But that's my answer. And again, send us your questions. Why do you do that? That's so cheesy. And again, send us your questions to AskWendyandFrank@gmail.com. Yeehaw. Bye. You were watching another episode of 2 Extra featuring Frank and
Wendy.
And I almost couldn't remember the name just now. That's just how messy we plan to do this. It is what it is. Thanks for watching Extras. I hope y'all like the name. Comment. Let us know if you love it. Let us know if we want you to call you something sexier. And don't forget to send your questions to AskWendyandFrank@gmail.com. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We want to hear from you. Love you.
Well, you could call the people that sexier.
Sexier than extras?
Well, not extras.
Slurpees.
Okay, well, all right, good night.
Bye, y'all.